Yeah, but so today I really had a bad day, and I would like to just talk about my favorite game, FNAF. I decided to make a tier list on FNAF Freddy's based on my experiences with the game and my opinions, because some of these I never played. For example, the VR versions, FNAF Help Wanted, FNAF AR, Security Breach. I would like to make my own opinions, and I would like to remove the Pop Ghost games. This tier list has it, but I'm not gonna put it because I didn't even see anything of it before, and I'm sorry if I didn't saw that. So let's start with the first one. Five Nights at Freddy's. The first. Gotta put it in tier A. So just to make clear, I'm not going to talk about anything like programming related stuff or be like a critic. Didn't talk about my feelings. FNAF 1 is pretty nostalgic to me. It was one of the first interactions of the indie community that I had, but it wasn't the first game of the franchise that I was used to and I was explaining further down the line. But to summarize, my experience with FNAF 1 was basically one of the first games that I had the contact to play with, and it feels more active. Like the game is really simple. You just do this and this and this and this and this and this and that, and you can pass it. The only thing that gets the game harder is not more characters, like a huge amount of characters, but actually it's simple. The characters getting each time faster and faster, harder and harder and such. So yeah, I really like it. Although it's not my favorite one, it's definitely a good game to me. Next one is FNAF 2, Tier C. Although FNAF 2 is a really awesome sequel to the game and adds really much story, I feel like it's harder than it should be because the stupid amount of animatronics are really high. I know that I'm gonna like have problems saying this because of UCN down the line, but I need to put this out of my chest. The amount of characters that FNAF 2 has, it's too much, way too much. And then in the hardest difficulty possible, which is 20, it's a living nightmare. So to me personally, I don't see why this should happen. I don't definitely see why the game should be this hard. Like I don't know why. But yeah, I can accept it. It was really hard to beat. I remember that I didn't finish the custom night, and this I think I didn't even reach the sixth night. I think I stuck on the five, and when I finished it, I just dropped the game entirely. So yeah, next one is FNAF 3. Now this one is also a tier A because FNAF 3 to me, this was almost the first game of the franchise. Almost. Not that much, but almost. I love the audio experience of the game. It's different than anything else. The way that the Scott Coffin play with the audio, play with the feelings of dread, of you being alone, it's way more cool, it's way more nice. And of course, it has a bit of nostalgia in my heart. I cannot lie. I mean, I just want to talk about my feelings here, you know. But the fact that the game was so well constructed, so well planned, it actually wins being in tier A together with the first one, the franchise, because it's really, really great. Really great one. Next one is FNAF 4 S. And now, this is the first. This one was the first game. FNAF 4 to me is really special because it's the first game that I've played and the first game that had the contact on, especially on YouTube. I first watched it because of a YouTube channel called Tierlist. It is a Brazilian channel, and they made gameplays about it, and I really liked it, so I started to watch more. And because of this, I was introduced to the FNAF community as a whole. So yeah, I feel very nostalgic towards it. It was also the first FNAF game that I had the honor to listen to music, the FNAF music. I remember watching the game's music, Game Over and Break My Mind, and also lots of stuff like a CK9C Too Far really hit the spot from nostalgia, and it is an awesome change of the security thing. It's a way different breed. It's a way different spectrum of all the games. I really like it. Next one, FNAF World. I'm gonna put it in tier B because of some things. The game is supposed to be simple. Simple, direct on point, not that much big of a deal, but I really feel like it could be more. I know that it was supposed to be only a bridge, but I feel like if Coffin actually updated it time to time just to put more characters and more lore, I feel like it could be used more often. Because I remember that this one had a really extended living time because of the fact that it was, well, of course, appealing to children, and really simple. It was just an RPG, and I feel like, yeah, for an RPG based on FNAF, it was really fun. Although it could be something more, I have still like a place in my heart. And I remember playing it. The instructions are not that direct. I feel like it could be more, but its mysteries is also really good. So that's what I'm gonna put in B. I think it is better than FNAF 2. Next one is Sister Location. Tier S. Sister Location is very much a huge change in FNAF history as a whole because I think it's where the game peaked. And also the first time that I actually watched the game being launched live. Like, I remember going to all the Brazilian YouTubers that talked about FNAF just to see what they would think about it. And I think that it was this one that FNAF peaked. Although it had its problems, like some glitches here and there, the way that it introduces more lore to us, it's of course more dreadful because some parts don't fit, but it's actually a really nice bridge to the finale. And also, I really like the way that the game differences each night for a different mechanic. Not the same, oh, watch the cameras, watch the doors, watch this and that. I really like the difference of mechanics. Next one is Sister Location's Custom Night, Tier C. Not because the stupid amount of animatronics, not because of that, but it's actually because of the, fact that the Custom Night, it's pretty much boring to me. Like, it has its challenges here and there, but I feel like it could be something more. And I know that it was made with love and care. I'm not saying that, oh, it's horrible, it's bad, it's... Nah, I'm not saying that. I really liked it, but I feel like it isn't that big of a deal. I remember that the majority of people here in Brazil didn't pay much attention to it because they were focusing on another title that would come out. But it was a really good addition to the location. And yeah, really like the custom night, the official one. Next one is Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, or FNAF 6. Also, Tier S. Why? This was the first game that I played. This was the first game that I played when it was launching, like being one of the first ones. And I really liked it. And I remember this one has a special memory to me. The way that I looked at FNAF Amino, and at the time I used Amino, and I saw in Amino YouTube every part of the community together. And here's where FNAF started to drop a bit. But I really like the way that Scott Cawthon finished the storyline. To me, and to this day, this is where the FNAF franchise ends. Like all of the games down below here that I still will be adding, it's just some like addition to the lore or anything, but to me, that one those ones are the end. Next one is Ultimate Custom Night, Tier A. I really like the way that Coffin push it. I think it's Steam Click. I don't remember the engine, but the way that he pushed the boundaries of his own engine just to make almost impossible custom night to us, and that he challenged us to beat it. And then, not even a month later, I think it was just like 2 or 3 weeks, that we started seeing the first people to actually beat it. I remember that one of the first one was Mr. Guinness, which is actually a Brazilian one. So props to you, Mr. Guinness. And it is very special because I actually tried playing it, but I don't feel like this added much to the community at all. I feel like just there just to be fun, and that's how I see it to this day. I know it has a bit of lore being secret and down there. There's some kind of lore, but I still say that Ultimate Custom Night was just a way to Scott Coffin to have fun to this day. Next one is Finance and Freddy's Help Wanted, Tier B. Although I really like the way that Coffin's team and Steelwood introduced us to FNAF on VR, the way they introduced us to the world of VR, I feel like it is messing up the timeline. It is this part from now on that I really feel like FNAF became a mess. So, to summarize, it is really cool, like the way that they put us on FNAF older games, but in VR, like we actually get to be the night guard, to feel what the night guard feels. I feel like the way they introduced a glitch trap was really disappointing, because we really believed that FNAF 6 would be the end, and then Help Wanted comes, and we probably think like, oh, it's gonna be a bit of complicated story, and nah, Will Nathan is still alive. That one is really dropped it much. If that didn't exist at all, even though it's messing up, I really put it in Tier A. Next one's FNAF AR, Special Delivery, Tier D. It is, for me, it doesn't click up. I have a phone that I can actually play, but the story is so huge, but so shallow. Like, it's so the little things that you can pinpoint to the next games are so little, so small, and at the same time they would have to always keep playing it, going outside. Not going outside is a problem, but I feel like it was made at the time where Pokemon Go was a thing, and to me it just failed miserably trying to be Pokemon Go, and failed, but also being part of the FNAF franchise at the same time. So to me, yeah, no, bro. Not even close. Not even close. Compared to the others, you're one of the most, like, sad ones. Next was Curse the Dreadbear. You gotta put in Tier C. Even though it is, like, custom night, just an addition, I feel like it could be more. I feel like it could be something more, like actually put Dreadbear with a symbolism or something like that. And I really like that they put some characters of FNAF AR to the game, but to me, this doesn't just stuck. Like, doesn't just clicked in us and made us stuck. I know it is a really good bridge from the FNAF VR and the FNAF AR to Security Breach, but I feel like that wasn't necessarily at all. I feel like just made so that the community wouldn't be dead again. But I still think it's nice, although it has lots of glitches here and there. And again, I feel like its contribution to lore is really little and really shallow. But yeah, Tier C it goes. Next one is Security Breach. Also going in Tier C. Because even though it opened a huge part of the lore, a huge part of it, I believe immensely that continuing the story from the books was the worst error that the Coffin team would have made up. I know that this is one of the first games that it was created after Coffin retired, but I do not think that the FNAF dropping its quality it's related to Coffin being retired. I feel like in Special Security Breach, the way that it opens from a lot of visuals, a lot of perspectives to become a richer storyline, but at the same time so weird and so messed up, like so unorganized that it just feels out of place. And also, Security Breach is pretty much a very glitchy game. It doesn't have its atmosphere. Like on FNAF 3, it's a location. Even Help Wanted, you could feel the fear. But when you see two animatronics exactly the same, just 2 yards away, you do not feel threatened at all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna create a new role. I'm gonna put in a no comment because I've created a new role. It's called no comment, and I'm gonna put in Pop Goes Arcade and my Pop Goes because I can't really talk about these two ones. I didn't see anything of it, so I'm gonna put in no comment. I didn't even know that it has actual contribution to FNAF, so I'm gonna put in no comment. Next one is FNAF Security Breach Ruin Tier B. It is better than Security Breach on putting the atmosphere, and it is really nice that it starts like creating that sense of changing the game's mechanics and putting again with the Vanny's mask and anything, but it dropped off the moment that we saw the Mimic. To me, the Mimic was a necessary addition, and I didn't see the secrets of the Mimic, but the comments that I've heard, I swear to God that it is something else. Next one is FNAF Help Wanted 2. I'm gonna put in tier D. Not because it is a bad game or unauthorized name, not that much, but it's because it is very forgettable. To me, it is very forgettable. Like, I know that it's just a continuation of Help Wanted, but I feel, to me, it is really forgettable. Like, I don't remember any single important detail of that game that actually sticks with me. Like, from all these games, except this two and this one because I always didn't see it, I can remember something. The more higher the tier, the more I can remember. Like, from tier S, I can remember the animatronics design, the mechanics, the awesome story, the audio, like here's the audio, the nostalgia, the community gathering up together. You get what I mean. Every single one of these has it. But Help Wanted 2, I just feel like Help Wanted, but it continued. I feel like that, at least. I don't know if some of you can see it, but I don't feel like it had changed much. Last is Into the Pit. It's gonna be in tier B. And why I put in tier B is because I know it is trying to bridge the FNAF novels to the games, but I feel like that is the worst mistake that it could have made. Because being honest with you all, I feel like the books are more like tales that you can get little bits of the story, try to solve it, and then together fused up with the game so you can get more details. I think the name in English is parables. I don't know if there's I don't know if I'm being right. But it's kind of stories that you have to extract morals to it. Connecting it and making it canon basically screws up every single try of old Coffin to create parables because everything's canon. So, we'll have into interaction with Charlie. Oh, it's canon now. That's gonna be a hard one to swallow, at least to me. And well, this is the tier list. I've really enjoyed making this tier list overall. Of course, like I said, this isn't just being, oh, this game is really bad, this game is really good, this game has this programmation. Nah, I'm just talking about my experience. If you have a different, if what if something that would have changed, just you can say it here. If you do not agree with me, you can always debate. Remember, this isn't my take of the definitive FNAF. No, it's just my opinion. I really had a bad day, and I just wanted to talk, and I've talked a lot. So thank you all for watching this, and I'll see you soon.